well, we're gonna try not to be the negative Nellies of today, but it's gonna be hard to do that.
So, you want to do the intro real quick?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, let's do an intro first. Hello and welcome to another episode of It Never Ends. I'm Andrew. Over there is my good buddy Alex. How you doing today?
Pretty good. So, for any potential new viewers, there's this thing that I have that I call the list, right?
This is the list.
Where I put topics that we've talked about to death on there, and that way we can try our best to avoid it. And on there is the never-ending decline of Xbox. And unfortunately, they cannot keep themselves from digging into a bigger and bigger hole. If this was just a small thing, I would ignore it, but my frickin' God.
Yeah, it's kind of too big to ignore, and you're just like, what the fuck?
So, Microsoft as an entity has laid off about 10,000 people. The majority of those layoffs happened within the Xbox division. So, the Initiative has been shut down. The studio working on the Perfect Dark game. That has been canceled. Romero Games has been shut down. They have done significant cuts at Turn 10 and Rare, so Everwild was also canceled. And Turn 10, the guys who make the mainline Forza games, are now just going to be relegated to a support studio for the Forza Horizon games. I believe Obsidian was also hit by some of the layoffs. I'm not completely sure, though. I know that Halo Studios was. And the remaining employees there apparently don't have much faith in their current project. So that's all fun. That's all well and good.
That's what you love to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You love to hear after a wave of layoffs that they're all the projects that everyone is working on going like, oh, these are fucking awful. Or at least I'm not excited about these, and I go,
Yep, there was layoffs within Obsidian Entertainment, which is fucking shocking because they're releasing probably two. I think they did work on 3 of Xbox's biggest releases this year. They just released Avowed, and obviously we have Outer Worlds 2 coming out later this year. It is by far their most successful studio. And they're not safe. And this is coming after a year where Xbox made a net profit of $4 billion. How are you feeling?
I want to say par for the course, but that's I don't think I should say that. I don't know. Does nothing surprise me with Xbox anymore? Not really. Should this surprise me? Kind of.
I kind of wish it would, because it's it angers me so much. I want to like Phil Spencer so much, but this latest update especially, just all the CEOs at Xbox, really has me grinding my gears with all of them, because I hate hearing, oh yeah, things are going great, we're making massive strides, massive profits. You laid off, 10,000 people?
It's a lot of people.
And it's like you said, yeah, you believed so much in these games and that they're doing great and the development on them looks awesome, and then you're just canceling them. I almost forgot to mention, another game they canceled was the upcoming, apparently it was going to be a third-person shooter MMO being made by Blizzard, so it would have obviously been a giant success. Apparently it was like a couple years out. What the fuck ever. Apparently, Phil Spencer played that game. He really liked it. He said he was excited for it, and Blizzard was making great progress. And would you like to know exactly why they made these layoffs?
Oh, let's hear it.
Because Microsoft wants to reinvest that money into AI.
Love it. Not actually. Holy shit.
Yeah, the big war in the industry right now is who's going to have the leading AI. I think they said the previous there hasn't been this big of a tech push since the search engine wars with Google, and obviously they made tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just don't know.
It's just like, I don't know. It's obviously like, oh, how to phrase this?
The fucking gaming industry is so cooked.
It's just gonna be so annoying to see that AAA games are just going to be the AI slop of video games. Meanwhile, indie studios will continue to put out quality games and receive almost no support or no recognition for how great they are.
Well, I'm not even sure if this is just like AI that's going to. Well, it probably is going to be AI used to develop
I mean, I'm not
video
saying the
games.
whole game will be made by AI, but like I would say that probably a majority of the things will probably be done with it.
100%. Not even close.
And that's what's always going to annoy me, because you look at even just this year alone of just like the amount of quality games that were made by mostly indie developers. I mean, Expedition 33 instantly comes to my mind for just like fantastic game made with, you know, just a lot of love and everything like that, with a great concept. And it's just like, yeah, they showed that like people who know what they're doing with great voice cast can make a fucking phenomenal game for not what would be the standard price of games, you know, the $70 to $80 price. It's like you can spend $50 or whatever and make it, you know, charge that and still make a profit. But we have Xbox over here saying like, no, we're gonna make everything AI. It's all gonna be shit because all this was apparently shit anyway. We didn't believe in it. So here's over 10,000 people out of the job now.
$4 billion in profit. That is such a ridiculously high number. That's not money made. That's profit.
Yeah, that's just straight profit.
It's and the cut 10,000. I've seen people say like this is something that Xbox is only doing in the short term, and that eventually
No.
they'll rehire these people back eventually. Let's say in this hypothetical that does happen, who's going to want to work for Xbox?
And that was my literally next point you was going to make, is like, if these people just got fired from Xbox, why would they want to go back to Xbox? Because like the instant that they, you know, let's say they do decide I was like, oh yeah, I'll take my job back type thing, and then they go, yeah, and then like a year later or something, they all get laid off again. Like, why would they want that? That'd be stupid.
Especially with like, this is what like the fourth round of layoffs that Xbox has done in like the last 2 years.
Isn't this like the third one this year or something like that?
It's something insane like that.
It's something ridiculous.
You have such little job security at Xbox. It's like, what self-respecting like games industry veterans are going to want to work for them? There's just none.
I can't think of one.
Yeah, so it's like, even if this was something that it's like, oh yeah, they're just doing this in the short term, they want to get ahead of AI now, and you know, it's okay. Those people that were making you tons of money, that trusted you, that were working hard every day for you, they're gone. They're not coming back. I'm sure there are plenty of other game studios, or even if they wanted to start their own indie studio, it's like, what reason in this universe would they have to come back to Xbox of all companies? And this also goes in hand with acquisitions. Like, Digital Foundry said recently, and I found this really funny, that this came out and said, they were like, if you are any game developer anywhere, do not work under Xbox. They destroy everything they touch, and it is so fucking true, man.
That is saying something, ain't it?
When it's like these respected industry veterans are saying don't work for Xbox, they burn everything that they touch.
Why does it feel like just like every like massive corporation, it feels like, regardless of whether or not it's video games, like it feels like just entertainment in general, just like whenever it's under like a big, corporate or whatever, like Microsoft, Warner Brothers or whatever type thing, stuff like that, it was just like that, it just blows up and everything like that.
I don't know, because when you work for one of those companies, it's like, shouldn't you have more job security, not less?
I mean, you should theoretically have money to do what you could do, because because in theory those companies should trust the people that have built the entertainment and everything like that, have had a track record for entertainment, know what they're doing, know what's fun, know what they want to do, and know what it is they can and what can make them profitable. But for some reason, we just don't trust those professionals or anything like that. Weird, right?
Insane.
Yeah, I just... it's the thing. It was like the whole thing. It's like, okay, Xbox is requiring so many things or whatever type thing, and it's just like, okay, then they just didn't do anything for forever, and now they decided to let's go clean up everything type thing, and then go like, whoever's not doing good work in recent years because we didn't push the envelope and manage you well, that we're just going to lay all you off or whatever type thing, as well as like, and for the people who are doing good jobs, we're still going to lay you off.
That is exactly the thing too. It's like, I've seen some people being like, oh, well, like, no progress has been made on Everwild in the longest time. They had to reboot it. You know, Perfect Dark was in a rough shape, and it's okay. Like, okay, then they should have managed those games better.
They should have.
This isn't the devs' fault.
No,
it's like we've been saying this forever with Xbox.
Forever.
Why is it that the leadership is never taking the fall? Why are they never punished for any of this shit? Why can't we get somebody who knows what they're doing to come in and manage these games better? That way they'll actually come out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, remember. I think it was Skill Up where he said this, where Xbox just does not know how to manage these larger games like companies like Nintendo and Sony does. It just feels like
that they like I said, it's like they acquired all these studios and then just went, well, we want to lay off the hands-off approach, but then was too lax, and it was just like, and it's like, I get you want to leave studios to do what they want, but if you don't push them a little bit, then you're not going to get the desired product.
Yeah, you need to have direction. You need to have goals. You need to have deadlines. All these things are necessary. And I know you want to let the devs just kind of do, make what they want to make. That's a respectable thing to do. At the same time, it's like, if they feel like, if you go to them and be like, okay, make it whatever you want. You guys don't have any deadlines. Just make stuff and release it eventually. It's like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
It'd be different if they said, like, okay, have a product in, X amount of years. If they came back and was like, okay, what's the progress on this? What's the progress on this?
Yeah, or
what's the direction we're moving in?
Yeah, even like just like check-ins where you could just like check and see like, oh, what you all working on? How's it all going? How far away are we to like type thing? Blah blah blah. What stage of production are we into? Blah blah blah. So just questions like that, I think. Well, it's like, obviously we don't know what exactly was going on behind the doors or whatever type thing, but it feels like that wasn't happening, right?
I have to imagine so, because it's like we heard reports from places like Everwild, for example, where it's like at some point they just didn't know what the game was and they had to like completely reboot it. This is after they put the first trailer out, and you would think if this game was being managed properly, they would have known these things like way before, like even the reveal or the announcement trailer went out.
It's like getting people on board and all working on the same thing and everything like that. That's kind of also part of management.
And what, like 5-6 years into development, you're going to reboot the entire project?
Yeah, that just spells disaster right
everything there. Everything that you guys had, you're just completely throwing out, starting out from,
at that point, just make a new game. Like, just like, all right, didn't work out. Just start over with something new.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, how do you let it get to that stage?
Yeah, I don't know how you let it get to that stage.
This is why people say Xbox doesn't know how to manage their larger projects. It's like, sure, you want to let these studios do their own thing. That's still your game. That's still your project. There is a notable difference from fucking breathing down the fucking developers' necks and just asking for updates, knowing what the direction is, having expectations of any kind.
And even just like putting out to all your studios like, hey, we want this many games out in this window. How reasonable is that type thing or whatever? It's like
that is like the bare fucking minimum.
And that's what I'm saying.
Small.
Is like it's just something as simple as that can go a long ways into understanding. It's like, okay, we have like these 4 projects that, you know, maybe if we don't necessarily hurry, but if we could like maybe get a little bit of a move on, maybe give you some extra assets and stuff like that to help out. Could we get it there in that time? You know, it's as simple. I feel like it's as simple as that, but God forbid anything be as simple as that, right?
And because Xbox leadership just cannot manage these studios, 10,000 people have to lose their job because of it.
Yeah. And
completely and utterly unacceptable.
And it's like, look, I'm making it sound like it's way easy. It's not easy. I guarantee you it's not easy to do all these things or whatever. But at the same point, these guys are professionals. It's literally Microsoft. They should be able to figure out how to fucking do it.
If they need help in management, or if they, if they don't know what they're doing, that's fine. Then hire somebody to help you.
Bring somebody in to know what that knows what the hell they're doing.
But having this many rounds of layoffs, especially layoffs this big in 2 years, it's like something's got to give at some point. And if it's, let's say these, Everwild was coming along great. Perfect Dark was coming along really good. A bunch of progress was being made. All well and good. It's like, and you just cut these people off because you want to invest in AI. I don't care for that either.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
You're sacrificing a lot in the extreme short term, and people are saying, "Oh, well, they're looking long term because they're investing in AI." I'm trying to imagine what it's like for the people that are still working at those studios right now. I bet they're just thinking, "Well, damn, I have a bunch of know-how in the industry. I bet like other studios are hiring. I'll just go there. I have no job security."
That's what I was about to say. I was like, how much do you want to bet? A lot of them are touching up their resume as we speak.
Oh, yeah. No, I promise you they are. 100%. If you're like a talented like industry like veteran, what purpose would you have to continue like working at Xbox?
Or even like even if it's just like, talking to the people who got laid off or whatever type thing, it's like, hey, could we make like a studio? Could we get like something going here type thing to make our own thing that we wanted to do? Maybe. You never know.
I wonder I also wonder what it was like for like Obsidian. Like, I imagine just them being like, listen, we love our team, and they're delivering two high quality exclusives for you this year, and we're going to be able to keep 3. I forgot about Grounded 2 is coming out. And it's like, we're going to be able to keep smashing out games for you. Really, if there are any people should be safe from the layoffs, it should be us. And it's like, well, we need to lay some people off from here too. They're your best fucking team. They are your money makers right now. And you treat them like that.
Yeah.
Actual fucking clownery.
Yeah. It's definitely like, I don't have any words for that at that point. It's just like, I don't understand what you're doing. You're just killing off your gaming division in general. Feels like. I don't know.
Fuck you, Phil. I hope PlayStation beats you again next generation.
Like, it comes to the point, is like, are we even going to see an Xbox whatever type thing?
I hope PS Plus demolishes Game Pass in the future. Fuck all of you.
It's like
actual clown shit.
Realistically, it's like, okay, so like you were saying, it's like Xbox is investing in AI or whatever type thing. how long do we realistically think that like AI would have to take to make a halfway decent game? Like,
It's going to be a long fucking time. AI is progressing, not that quickly though. It's going to
that's what I'm saying. It's like
a lot of assistance.
yeah, it's just like I couldn't like if like their whole thing is that eventually they just want to be like AI makes everything basically, and that's just how we're gonna rely on our AAA games and stuff like that. I'm sitting here going just like it's gonna be a long fucking time, man. I'm like. It's like you have to remind yourself that AI learns from stuff that already exists, so it just takes and repurposes. That's how it works.
From what I understand, Microsoft is also investing it to be like Chat GPT type of AI, where it's like a personal assistant AIs. It's like that's a big thing that they're investing in. I could see that, like, if there's going to be like a leader in the AI industry. I think that's going to be decided within the next 1-2 years.
Probably.
And Microsoft, if you don't win that, you have to realize that everything that you just did, everything, was for nothing. That will make you billions of dollars in profit, but you thought the exact fucking same thing about Mixer and fucking Skype. You guys go all in on some of these things and you just absolutely drown in your own piss every single time. So if this doesn't work out, you're, like you said, basically killing off your gaming division.
It was like if it, like you were saying, it's like if this doesn't work, it was like Xbox games in general just gone. At a certain point, like Microsoft just won't even see value in making Xbox games anymore. And it's like, how long will it be till that happens? And like at the rate they're going, it feels like.
And what happens to all those studios that they just absorbed? I don't think Xbox as a brand is going to die.
No,
Microsoft is still a multi-trillion-dollar company. I feel like at least the big ones, like they're obviously Activision, Bethesda. All that stuff, those are still going to be around. Microsoft's going to hang on to their big money makers. Apparently, from what I hear, at least, Game Pass is making money, so I'm guessing they still want to be known as the Netflix of gaming, so I'm guessing they're going to keep investing in that. They had a big winner this year with Expedition 33, but man, they had just even a few weeks ago, they had so much momentum, and they just killed it with this.
In one day, it was just gone.
Why can't they just not be this way, dude?
I don't know. Just
feels
like
we need a lot of money real fast. Cool. We made $4 billion. These things are making us money. Let them keep making us money.
Do you know what would make us more money though? Is not paying the people who made made that money. God, you're so right.
Why do I feel like that's the direction that not just Microsoft. I feel like every company is trying to go in that direction.
Yeah, it's really what it kind of feels like. It's like every time something, intensive when it comes to like, I mean, what was it? I mean, remember like a while ago or whatever when like the people who made Inside Out 2 were just basically all like laid off like right after the movie came out. Wasn't that the case?
No, they were laid off before the movie came out.
Oh, that's right. It was they were finished with it and then it came out.
That way they can't collect their bonuses for it, and they get no severance package.
Yeah. So it's just like
I hate everything everywhere all of the time. I think the exact same thing happened. With the Wild Robot Studio, that awesome movie that everybody loved. I think it was DreamWorks deciding they didn't want to make animated movies anymore. I think their last one was Dogman.
It's just you wonder to yourself, what in the motherfucker are you people doing?
I don't. They're all rich, greedy, and enjoy fucking people over.
Yeah.
We live in the absolute worst timeline, and they're going to keep doing it because they keep getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, they're still making profits, and even when they're not making profits, they'll still find ways to do it by doing stuff like this. It will just never not amaze me when it comes down to it. It's like when you're working for these big companies, the whole idea of working is that you're sacrificing some of your, like, you know, I don't know, independence, I guess the right word, probably, type thing, but it's like, or like control over your brand and stuff like that, with the idea that you will be protected when it comes to, you know, if a game doesn't do well, if maybe it doesn't sell as well, or it just takes a long time, or, you know, we need the extra money to, you know, for making this great game and stuff like that. And now it's just like with, I mean, not just Xbox or whatever. I mean, this boom's massive, obviously, but like just layoffs in general, it's just like continues to show that it's just like there's no security whatsoever.
No.
In the end, what in my mind, what will happen is that there will be a breaking point, to the point where there will be mass calls for actual change when it comes to, especially the gaming things or whatever, when it comes to like unionization of like developers and stuff like that. And it will come to, and it's just like, I don't know when that's gonna be, I don't know how it's gonna happen, and I don't know if that's even a pipe dream in my mind, but it very well could happen.
I feel yeah. I feel like that's in the next couple of years something that's gonna have to
It's like
come out.
something major is gonna come out. There's gonna be a whole bunch of just like either former devs, current devs, all working together to secure this like one basically massive conglomeration union, basically to like work against like just gaming corporations in general, Xbox, PlayStation, Ubisoft, whoever the publisher is, basically. And it's just like when they do these layoffs like this, that something, you know, there will be repercussions for something like that, or at least like they have to do. I don't even know. I don't even know. But it's like, yeah. But then again, that would require the whole of the whole of capitalism of the United States to change. So. Yeah, it's got to love it. So I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. Yeah.
So, we also get to talk about Anthem for some reason again.
Yeah, because it's shutting down forever next year.
You know, for as shitty as that game is, it's situations like this that the Stop Killing Games movement was designed for. We just talked about this last week, but it's like, yeah.
And it's fully supported now. It got enough signatures for the initiative to start.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's just
yeah.
Yeah.
For as shitty as I was gonna say, for as shitty as Anthem was, there had to at least be some people that had fun playing it.
I mean, it's the same thing with like Concord in my mind. Is like some people probably there's some bastard that probably was just like, oh man, this is actually like I'm actually having a lot of fun with this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. I don't know why you do this to yourself, but all right, good on you.
One of the rare people that has a boxed copy of Concord.
Pretty much. It's like the same people that have the like collector's version of like Evolve.
Like me.
Yep.
I have that disc around here somewhere. I should put that shit in a frame.
Hell yeah.
I also have a boxed copy of what was it, Battleborn back there.
Hell yeah.
I'm the king of games that have paid for and have shut down.
Oh man. Yeah. Remember when Anthem was given like one more opportunity to like, it's just like, all right, you got 1 hour opportunity to save your ass, And I have to wonder to myself, how much of a chance do they really have?
0. I think they had like a month, maybe.
Yeah.
What wasn't it where I think like only a few weeks after the game came out, like EA like killed all support for it.
Well, it's just like they were just like, all right, no one's playing this game. Don't worry about the thing. But we already promised all these things, and you're like, ah, shit. I guess we got to do it then because we already promised it. And it just took forever for updates to roll out as a result of it, and then it just like because of updates for a not great game were coming out slowly, it died off real fast.
Dude, I need to see a documentary on how Anthem came to be because I still remember hearing stories from devs that saw the Anthem reveal back when it first happened and just were like, "Oh wow, that game looks really cool."
Yep.
Who's making that?
Yep. I remember when the first time we saw it, my brother was really excited for it, and I went, might want to temper your expectations there, man. And he's just and he stuck with it for a little while, and then I think there was one, I don't remember if it was an E3 or whatever, where they were like talking about DLC, and he was just like, all right, well, that's a big red flag. And I'm like, yeah.
I find it so funny because it's like, oh, okay, you want us to make a Destiny, like, we need to be able to support it afterwards. The game's only been out a couple of weeks. And just like, well, okay, we'll give you a skeleton crew. You guys can make that work for this big, like, open world, Destiny.
You had us come out with Anthem type thing, and we need a big team to be able to continue to put out these updates so that way people stay interested in the game, to people that spend money on the game, to then continue to do that so that way you're making profits, so that we are also doing stuff and everything like that. And EA went, best I can do is a skeleton crew. Great. All right.
You want us to compete with Destiny, but somehow do it with as little money as humanly possible.
Exactly. It's like all the people. It's like all like
great plan.
It's always the hiring people, and it's like, all right, we want an 18-year-old person that has 20 years of experience. What the fuck are you talking about? Did that run through your head like ever?
You want to try playing Anthem before the server shuts down?
Is Anthem free to play?
I think so. I'm almost positive.
Shit ass. Wait, what was it on the EA thing or whatever? I gotta download the EA, whatever the EA thing is called now. I don't even know what it's called. It's not Origin anymore, isn't it?
No, they shut Origin down.
Yeah, they shut Origin down a while ago, didn't they?
Yeah. I lost all my fucking games, bastards. Okay, it's not on Steam. Is it on Epic Games Store?
Where do you play Anthem now?
I don't know. It's on the Xbox app, so that's something. No, it's not on Epic Games Store either.
Get Anthem. Where do you get Anthem? On the EA app, Xbox, or PlayStation? What is the EA app?
Yeah, no. I'm not fucking downloading that bullshit.
The EA app is for Windows. This game is only available as part of the EA Play or EA Pro membership. You gotta pay fucking subscription to play Anthem? Get the fuck out of here. That's not fucking real.
Boy, I wonder how this game failed.
I wonder how it failed too. Are you
Be real though, do you think what?
You legitimately have to subscribe to the EA Play and then connect it either to, like, if you're playing on Xbox or PlayStation, to that. But I know EA Play comes with Game Pass, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, yeah. I guess if you just have Game Pass, then you have EA Play. So it's like, what?
Brother, just put it on Steam for free, goddamn. What did...
I tried to find it on the PlayStation Store. It just says error, cannot find, and I'm like, oh.
Good for PlayStation.
Brother, oh, let's go to the new player hub. let's see what the new player hub has to say. Let's see. What class do I want to play? Do I want to play the Ranger, the Colossus, the Interceptor, or the Storm? I'm gonna go with Colossus because I like playing the big boy. This is a whole lot of nothing, and I don't care about it. But you know,
Let's look at 1-star user reviews for Anthem. I'm curious.
what are game reviews of Anthem?
No, not the health insurance website. The video game.
Hell yeah. Filter by 1 star. All right.
Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go.
I want to find just like a really like one where I just like, what in the fuck?
Oh, here's a 10 out of 10. I believe that this game is the most underrated game in the world.
Hell yeah. So, you know, in reality, that's the ones we should be looking at. I want to look at the 5-star reviews. I want to see what people thought about the 5-star reviews of this.
After 6 years, I still believe that if developers will do something about game story and events, Anthem will take its deserved place in the world of games. I hope one day developers try to do something. Boy, do I have news for you.
Yeah, about that.
It was only a few months ago.
So many reviews say that this is a bad game, but it's actually a good game. After a whole year after its release in June, I bought this game at Target for $10. And over one single day of playing it, I actually love it. The first javelin I got, I think, was Colossus, which made me feel like a mix between Captain America and the Hulk. I had to go in hard mode because of how easy I made the game for myself. I had to stand still for 20-ish seconds for 14 more somewhat powerful enemies to bring down my health to at least a quarter.
I love this one. Spoiler alert, this review contains spoilers. It is fun. Being able to fly and shoot is the best. Game supporting Anthem. It has a lot of potential.
Alex, I think we found the next bit for the show is like we just go on to like really bad, like we need to go on to like next week we go on to the Justice League or the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and we look at the 5-star reviews of that and we just read off of like some of the best we find. Like, we just go to the shittiest games we can think of, and then just look at who's rating them 5 stars. Because I feel like this is the opposite of what you do for, like, if you're looking at a fast food restaurant or whatever type thing. Like, you go to the reviews on, like, and you just go, like, all right, let's see what the 1-star reviews are and just how ridiculous they are. And it's like, for this, we got to go to the worst games and figure out what people loved about it.
Man, I really like just the username for this one. My rating is based on my impressions of the game. This is not an objective review. I play quite a number of big titles per year and decided to review them as a piece of art, and not as a product. Great review for Anthem there, real white man. I appreciate it.
Oh, man. Well, rip Anthem for all the laughs you were for.
I wrote a positive review, but I'm getting a 403 error when I want to post it.
All right.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
Anthem, you were so young.
Definitely doing that next week. Remind me to do that. I'm gonna definitely look at. We're gonna go Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. We're going to look at the Google reviews for all of them. Look to the 5-star reviews, and we're going to find the best of them all.
Yes. Oh, boy.
That'll be something.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny to me that like the news of Anthem shutting down is at the same time of the initiative for Stop Killing Games is fully supported, and you go, huh.
I mean, Anthem wasn't that popular to begin with.
I understand that, but it's like, but the idea is that every game should still at least be online for some bit, like, or at least like offline mode should be enabled, basically.
Yeah, most people didn't play that game like a multiplayer game. Many people just played the campaign and then stopped.
Yeah,
You can just it'd take no effort just to be created on offline mode for Anthem.
Just make a story
Like,
mode that's
literally no
offline.
effort.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Oh man.
Does that just go to show that nobody really cares about multiplayer stuff? As long as the story of a certain thing is good.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like Baldur's Gate also told us that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that Anthem was made by BioWare.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. And EA
Modern
was
BioWare.
the publisher.
Brother, be honest. Do you think that the next Mass Effect is ever going to come out?
No.
Being real?
I think we will see that in like 7 years, and it'll cost way too much money to have made it at that point. Like, it'll cost like there's no way they would ever make their profits back on anything like that. They're just like they just couldn't put down the shovel basically. Either that or AI will write the rest of it, and then it'll just be worse than Andromeda. And you go, holy shit, how is that possible?
Man, the Mass Effect trilogy was so good. How did Andromeda happen afterwards?
It's a great
And
question.
how is it we've landed here? How do you go from an amazing game like Mass Effect 3 to this? Oh man. The game industry is like my America River, man. It never fails to let me down. You know, I actually do have some good news about the Xbox layoffs.
Okay.
When I think about it. So Romero Games apparently is finding additional funding, and he's gonna be able to keep making his. I think he said it's a new kind of FPS game. It's John Romero, so I'm sure whatever he puts out will be fantastic.
So not like the make FPS great again guy.
Oh yeah, it'll be better than Splitgate 2.
God damn. I
don't care what people say. Daikatana was not that bad.
I just can't believe that, like, you go on stage with that on your head and then just go like, yeah, we're going to make this our slogan of Splitgate 2 and think that there's not going to be a ton of backlash for that.
I don't know.
I don't even want to unpack that.
Especially in like the current political climate, it's like, how the fuck did you people not see this shit coming?
I don't think you could have come up with a worse PR stunt. Oh man. No, that's good. That's good though that studio is still finding funding though.
That is good. I really like John Romero as a game developer. He knows what he's doing, and I have faith that whatever he's making is going to be good. I've also read his book twice now, and it just gets me so hyped up every time. Dude is an absolute legend.
Nice.
So, fun fact. You know, I've said a lot of stuff about the movie K-Pop Demon Hunters, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about how I've been wanting to watch it. So, I learned recently that apparently on Spotify, it's the soundtrack from that movie has been like #1 on the Spotify charts for like, I think over 2 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
It's like, it's reaching like fucking Frozen levels of infamy. It's great. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with good things that have been happening in the industry, because not a lot of good has been cropping up.
Yeah. It's always it's just like, I don't know. It's like we always say. It's like, man, play indie games. Indie games are so much better.
Mm-hmm.
What can we say? AAA is doing it to themselves. At some point, they're not even going to call themselves AAA anymore. They're going to call themselves Quad A, and then we're all going to just go, oh, like the Skull and Bones? Ah, yes, I remember that great quadruple A game.
The Initiative was also the industry's first quadruple A studio. Didn't even get to release their first video game.
Love it. Don't actually, but you know.
So, at time of recording anyway, the Steam Summer Sale is still going on. Were you able to pick up anything good off there?
Nah, I'm fucking broke.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I was like, should I? And I'm like, I look at my bank account, I'm like, ooh, maybe not. Don't worry, the backlog's already long enough, so we don't need to worry about that.
I bought one and one game only off the Steam Summer Sale. I think I mentioned it last week.
What was that?
It's called Squirreled Away. It's like
that's right.
Minecraft, but you play as a squirrel.
Oh man. See, this is what indie studios will give you over quadruple A. Like they're all thinking that it's like, oh, you want to play as this big dude or whatever. I'm like, no, I just want to play I just want to play as a squirrel.
I find it really funny that one of the most successful games of last year was Little Kitty Big City.
Hell yeah! I mean, everyone loves cats. If Stray taught me anything, everyone loves cats.
As a squirrel, I can confirm that this is exactly like in real life. Oh, man.
Steam reviews. Sometimes you just gotta love them.
So I got to face your lightning deck yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
That was quite the experience.
You see what I mean by, like, if I play this too much, I feel like you guys will never want to play it. And I'm like, if I just break it out like once every so often, you're like, okay, let them have it, type thing. It'll be fine. I think it's probably the closest thing I have to a CDH deck, which is a good thing.
What? Was it turn 5 that you dealt like 38 commander damage?
Which I actually realized should have been a lot more. It should have been 48.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was thinking about that last night. I'm like, wait a second. I was supposed to double up the first trigger because then double strike and then that. So yeah, that was like you should have took like 6 times the damage, and then it was just like, yeah, it gets out of hand real fast.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is why people say like Lightning Army of One is might be a sleeper of the Final Fantasy set, along with the Hope Epstein card, which is the 1 white 1 blue, like 2/2 creature that says like at the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills cards equals to the amount of life you've gained this turn. It's turned out to be a sleeper hit for mill decks. So if you like mill,
it's blue white.
Yep.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, you want all the spot removal, all the counters, along with all the life gained from white, and then you just go like, I'm gonna go the whatever the card's called again. It's like Beacon of something that doubles your life total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you start at 40, or you gain more than that, you get to 50. So then your opponent, everyone's milling 50 cards, assuming you probably milled some to that point. Yeah, you just die. He's just dead. And then if you play Yshtolva with that, where it says there's an additional end step along with this, which then triggers Hope twice, along with any other end step abilities, it's like, yeah. Yeah.
Man, I just want to play card games. I play squirrels, man. I wasn't built for this.
I need the Sword of the Squeak.
Sword of the Squeak is actually pretty good.
It's not bad. I did not realize that was a card. It's a pretty good deck for a pretty good card for like for all those like just the 1/1 squirrels and stuff like that. And you even throw that you just throw that into like squirrel, like you throw a few squirrel cards in like your white weenie deck or something like that. You make it Selesnya, and you just go, yeah, all my 1/1 soldiers now power up the Sword of the Squeak, and you just go, oh, okay. You give your squirrel trample, and then it has like 15 billion attack power from your sword, and you just go, okay, we can do that. Magic is an interesting time, because I saw with the Edge of Eternity that slivers are coming back. I don't like that. Slivers are scary.
Yeah.
You didn't need to make it more powerful. Then again, I want Eldrazi to come back, but also I don't want more Eldrazi support because it's already broken as shit. No, in reality, what I do want though is I want Emrakul. I want an Eldrazi Planeswalker. I just want Emrakul to come out of the moon as a Planeswalker, and I think that'd be so dope. But it would also probably be one of the most broken things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, 100% would be, and it's not close. I just want Nico Bolas to come back. Life was simpler back then.
Ah, yes, the time of Bolas. Back when Ugin and Bolas were the most powerful beings in the universe. I often was wondering to myself, it's like, is Magic ever going to attempt to do something like that, where it's just like multi-set, like build up to this big fight, basically? Like, are they going to do like a War of the Spark all over again with like either Bolas again or a different villain?
I don't think so, really.
With the way they seem to be doing these sets recently, it feels like probably no, which is a real shame.
Mm-hmm. I still kind of feel like they kind of dropped the ball on War of the Spark. I feel like it was supposed to be a lot bigger than it ended up being.
Yeah,
it was cool. It had a lot of build up. But
it was really cool and really neat, and because the idea was that this is the first time Planeswalkers are just going to be like everywhere. Like, they'll be in every slot, because at the time every Planeswalker was always, I believe it was always mythic. Probably some rares in there too, but it was either rare or mythic. Then they can start finding an uncommon set, like uncommon parts or whatever. And it was like, it felt like War of the Spark was going to be the next step to making like, because I feel like a lot of decks, especially a lot of competitive decks, just don't play Planeswalkers, and I feel like that's just a shame, because it's they're one of the cooler things when it comes to the game of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it unique, in my opinion. And they just it just feels like every Planeswalker they put out, if it's not has some ridiculous immediate effect, it's not very good. It's like even Tron with you played Karn Liberated back in the day. It's like Tron decks don't even play Karn Liberated anymore, which is wild. I'd rather play the new Ugin. Eye of the Storm. Same mana cost for better effect. So I was like, well, since we're on the topic of card games, I was like, Flesh and Blood just revealed their new set, which is a bunch of Guardians in it. I forgot what it was called. It was like Slam something.
Does it look good?
It's interesting. Super Slam, that's what it was called. They're adding what is it? They're bringing they have more Guardian heroes along with a new Brute, but one of the Guardian heroes, this is the first time we're ever having this in Flesh and Blood, is that one of the main guys has 5 intellect. And how intellect works in Flesh and Blood, if you don't know, is that's how many cards you draw at your end step. So most of the time it's always 4. I think there's very few times where there's been a 3. Now there is one with 3, and it's but his ability allows you to pitch the top card of your deck. So you can gain resources, but that also means manipulating the top card of your deck could be interesting with him.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a new one where it was just now he has 5 intellect, and it's just but then it has the stipulation where as your base power and base attack and defense of your cards is halved, rounded up. So in theory, your cards are weaker because you get more resources as a result of that. But in essence, there's probably a way to counteract this downside from, I assume, cards in the set, but we haven't seen any of them. All I know is that there's one of the Guardians, I forget, is Pleiades, Superstar. It's everyone's why is she a Guardian? I'm it's she looks like a bard, and I'm it was almost like it was a mistake to make the bard class. And also because around the same time they'll be putting out the Guardian Mastery set, so they wanted to put more Guardians out there. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
But I was like, I know I talked to you about this the other day. I was like, but one of the original heroes finally hit LL, and was one of your ones that you, when we started playing this game, you gravitated towards, is Dash Inventor Extraordinaire. It's finally living legend. After getting like really fast up to 940 and then just dead stopping.
Yeah.
Just because they banned all her good cards.
That's why I was saying I'm not sure how I feel about her being in Living Legend.
I mean, the thing is with Living Legend is like all the cards that made her good will be, she'll be able to play in Living Legend. It was just for Classic Constructed they were banned for.
Okay, so in Living Legend you can play her good cards again?
Pretty much, because Living Legend is basically just kind of how it's basically like think of like Legacy for in Magic, where basically anything goes out there. So that's pretty much how I look at it. So yeah, Dash Adventure Extraordinaire and new. Obviously, we talked about new finding LLing, which is a good thing because it means all the Part the Misfill heroes are now Living Legend. But yeah, with that the main mechanologist weapon with the Technoplasma pistol is also going to be retired. So it's like mechanologists are going to have to figure out something else to do with their weapons.
Man, if mechanologists can get a new set, that'd be great.
Eventually, I'm sure. I mean, there's a new one with was it Puff and Hightail?
I think any could.
They seem decent.
Okay.
I mean, there is also still Dash IO or whatever. Like,
that was from a while ago.
Yeah, but she's still out there. I still don't know how to feel about it. I have to like actually watch some of the like new heroes in action yet. I haven't really seen any of them when it comes to Bravey Bones or Marlin Puffin or whatever. I also don't necessarily like that they're like, oh yeah, if it's under a year old, they only get half of the Living Legend points, and if it's more than that, then they get 1.5. And I go, I don't know how I feel about that. Feels like you should just change how. I mean, I've talked about that before. Wow, Azalea Ace in the Hole is 999. Holy crap! To LL, you need 1,000 points. She's literally one away.
Jesus.
Well, we know who's gonna do it next.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's gonna feel weird. There's gonna be no rangers. Like, I know Marlin is technically a ranger, and they just reprinted Codex of Frailty, which is like one of the best of the 3 codexes. That's wild. Meanwhile, everyone always accuses Prism of being the problem, and I go, man, she's sitting at 650. If she was a problem, she would have LL'd by now. It is interesting because I was like, as these like heroes that have been on the top for a very long time, like Azalea has always been near the top for a while. It's like Dash Inventor Extraordinaire has been near the top for a while. Like all of the Part the Misfill now are gone. So it's just like I don't know how the best way to describe it is, but it's just like, are these heroes that like, obviously like the Guardian Mastery set is the idea that we're going to make Guardians relevant again, because unless you're really good at playing what is it, the Jarl Vitradi or whatever, he's not very good, but you can definitely pull out wins with him if you're really good at it. But man, I really do think that potentially Gravy Bones could be an issue, but from what it looks like, doesn't look to be the case. Man, poor Riptide. He's been here for years, and he's only sitting at 83 points. They've given him so much support over the years, and he's just dog shit. he's just bad.
Sad but true.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like, he's gonna be the only, like, him and Marlin are gonna be the only Rangers in Classic Constructed once Azalea finally hits it. And it's like, man, that's gonna be something.
It's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be weird, especially because, like I said, the next set's not gonna have any Rangers. It's gonna have a couple Brutes, a couple of Guardians, and that's it. And I go,
What is the next item again for Flesh and Blood?
The next set?
Yeah.
It's a Super Slam.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There is the Guardian mastery set in between there, where it's just adding a bunch of support for Guardians. And officially adding Valda to Classic Constructed, where she was only in Blitz before. So that's kind of neat. Maybe this will be the time that Leviah is actually good. Leviah is always an interesting one because it's she's got the Darkness hero or whatever type thing that's an Eldritch Horror, then just literally devours her soul, and then you transform into that. And it's
that's
just
awesome.
Huh. Apparently it's no good, though. And they go,
That's bizarre.
I know, because I was every time I've seen people play it, it's it seems pretty good. Maybe they're just good at it. I don't know. Who knows? I wonder who LL first. Will it be Florian or KO? Will the only wizard still well, I guess technically not, because there's freaking Verdance.
What's Florian at right now?
Florian's at 705. Kano's at 834. Kano's also been out for forever.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's gonna be Florian personally.
We'll see. Kano's thing is, wizards in this game is just the people who are good at wizards are good at wizards. It's they're not a class that you can just pick up and go, oh, yeah, I know, understand this and everything like that. I'm like, no, no, you will not.
Well, that goes for a lot of classes in Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, but wizards play a whole different game as opposed to just almost everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're oh, we're just going to play on your turn, basically, and we're going to kill you on your turn, and you're just going to have to take it and accept it because there's nothing you can do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. At least that's what they try. At least that's what Kano does, because it's just oh, you pay 3, and then you can reveal the top card of your deck, and then you can play it as though it were an instant, and it's just and you'd be amazed in how often you can just do that repeatedly.
I suppose so, but you're kind of also relying on top decking something good.
Yeah, that comes down to you have to get the second cycle, so that way you're stacking your deck how you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole point of it.
I was going to say, though, something I really appreciate about Flesh and Blood is, how different each of the classes feel.
Mm.
You're not just sticking to... Whereas I feel like in Magic, once you notice what your opponent's strategy is, it's kind of easier to pin down exactly what they're doing and maybe how to counter it. Whereas I feel like every time a new character or class is added into Flesh and Blood, it just feels so unique and different from the last one.
Yeah, everyone kind of certain classes all kind of play similar to one another, but are also different from one another as well. Where it's Guardians, they're going to come in with big, powerful attacks, but it's going to cost a lot, and they're going to have really high defensive values. But at the same time, it's just but then you have on the opposite side where you have ninjas, where it's just they're coming in with all these pokey, just 3 go again, and they're just going to keep doing that for forever. And stuff like that. There's like combo decks and yeah. Yeah. I also feel like it's just like, and we've talked about this before, it's just the back and forth aspect of Flesh and Blood is just better than a majority of other card games. It's like, as much as I love Magic, it just kind of feels like once the one person pops off, it's like, all right, the game's over.
At least Flesh and Blood is like that for right now. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
It feels like that's the direction that every card game heads down, right? It happened with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's started happening to Magic. I feel like that's where
it just depends on when you can. It's like how what tools do you have to either stop the player from doing what they're doing, or like can you interact with it in any way or shape or form? And it's like the more they do that, the better it's going to be. And I feel like Flesh and Blood's pretty good when it comes to those things, but there are some times where I'm just like, yeah, that's a little, I don't like that. It's kind of how I felt with Aurora. It was just like she has so many 0-for-4s that it was just like, what do I do? I don't know. But it's like the thing is like with Channel Lightning Valley, all the 4s that are all breakpoints basically, because most of your cards block for 3. So you're either going to have to spend an equipment or block an additional one or put a ton of defense reactions into it. So you throw like 3 Sink Belows, 3 Shelter from the Storms, 3 Fate Foreseens or whatever to just block all these 4s, and then you now flooded your deck with a bunch of defense reactions that your opponent can't do anything, or like you yourself can't do anything because you've now flooded your deck with all these defense reactions. So your whole strategy of your deck is now off the tube. So it's like it doesn't really work, and I think that's why Aurora was so good.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, she was powerful. And it's like she didn't need the support that she got. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's like she got an armory deck. I don't know why.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I like the sound of that.
I was like, she got a armory deck, and then got like this like powerful like, oh, I'm going to tutor out this thing and give my next thing go again type thing. Only to find out that's not how the card was supposed to work because it was worded wrong on the card itself.
Ooh, drama.
Like it was so weird. It was like the developers talked about how the new Aurora card wasn't supposed to work because it was what it said is that you get to choose one of 3 things and then it has go again. Because it's an action card, you need to have that ability to go again to be able to continue your turn, because that's how the game works. But what it was originally supposed to be is that the go again on that card was supposed to be one of the options that you would choose from instead of 3 options, it was 4 options. But funny enough, they said this after Aurora had LL, and I sat there going like, but if that was how the card was supposed to work from the beginning, why didn't you say it beforehand? I'm like, I was a little upset when they said that, and I'm like, what?
It makes me so happy, actually. Wait a minute, Aurora actually made Living Legend? That's awesome.
Dude, she was gone in a flash. Like, legitimately, like, was there, probably gained 500 points, and it was the whole reason why they changed how LL points work now. So I'm just like, they've kind of hinted towards that they're going to put out a different Aurora hero in the near future. So they're like, oh yeah, don't. If you're thinking about selling Aurora, don't do so. We're gonna bring her back with a new card. And I go, great. I don't know. Just further fueling.
I had a great time with her the first time.
It's like it continues to fuel the plot point that people talk about with the Flesh and Blood is that the illusionist ruin blade problem is what they call it, where it feels like the developers of the game, or at least the card makers of the game, kind of favor those 2 classes more than anything. Because when you look at the Living Legend status, or like when you look at Living Legend, you sit there going like Aurora. Let's see, out of all of them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of the, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 4 of the 14 like LL ones are all ruined blades. Now, if I look at how many of them are illusionists, then there's, what is it, 1, 2, 3. And there's 3 of them. Then you go and you look at how many of them are actually still in Classic Constructed. It's like Prism, Awakener of Souls, the only illusionist that's in Classic Constructed now. And it's just like, yeah, and between that's 7 of the 14. That's half of Living Legend is either illusionists or ruined blades. To kind of show that like some of the more powerful cards were in those 2 classes, is probably. But at the same point, they're also just powerful because Ruined Blades are just like, the whole concept of Ruined Blades is that they can utilize both arcane damage and physical damage. That's the whole point of it. I'm just glad Prism's still there. Oh man, Dory's up to 600. Oh shit. Man, they're supposed to be doing an armory deck for Prism Sculptor of Light as well, like as a Living Legend armory deck. And I'm just like, does it need it?
Not really.
I was like, I think the idea is that it's supposed to be like this constructed deck that gets people into Living Legend. And I go, I mean, there's 14 classes. I mean, that's, a decent amount, I guess. But it's like, I feel like you can start really going into LL once a few. I mean, Azalea is about to be the 15th, but, oh, they even have the signature weapons for everyone. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize they just threw that with them, because whenever a hero LLs, they put their signature weapon with them that also gets Living Legend. That's why I say Technical Plasma Pistol for Dash Inventor Extraordinaire is gone, because that was her signature weapon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they just threw that down here though. Well, oh man, if Azalea LLs, I was like, Death Dealer is going to be Living Legend. No. It's like the best bow in the game, although arguably you could say that the Lexi one was probably better, which is probably true. Yeah, Vulture Strikes Twice was probably better. Oh. I like how there's just some that just don't have them because they're just like, we don't know what to put with them. Anyways.
You want to call it?
Yeah, I think we can call it there. I've been droning on long enough about Flesh and Blood for now. So, thank y'all so much for listening to another episode of It Never Ends.
That was a fun episode.
That was Tale of Two Different Worlds, basically.
Yeah.
So, if you like this episode, please subscribe to the podcast, YouTube, whatever. Leave a review.
We appreciate everybody that listens to this solo podcast. If you're listening to this on Spotify, be sure to leave us a good little rating there.
Yeah. And
if you're watching this on YouTube, are you still doing the Borderlands 3 gameplay thing?
No, I thought about doing it today, but I was just like, I'll if you if you ever want to like throw some stuff up there, like if you want to record yourself playing like Marvel Rivals or some shit like that, like go for it. No, I'll put it on the screen. So, but no, I didn't do that today because I was just like, I'm not really feeling it. But I was like, I'll plan to sneak in a few things here or there, just like some kind of brain dead gameplay or whatever, where it's like I don't really have to focus on what I'm doing.
Fair enough.
It's what I call it. It's like I don't really have to focus on what I'm doing, so it's just like I can probably talk him through it. So.
In either case, thanks so much for watching. I've been Alex. That's my buddy Andrew. See y'all next time.